We are back with a small little update that a very astute observer and obviously tricycle lover commented on in the previous video about the prototype. He pointed out to me that I totally missed this. I was worried about the front forks and the engine cases and the rear brakes and whatnot. Pointed this out. This extra stiffening here for the rear shock mount. Two little gussets on either side. And these gussets have a little hole here where they're not welded the whole way into the corner. If you look down low there, you can see how it sticks up. And the shock gas reservoir line comes out the back at the very top here at the shock eye. Prototype has none of that, but it's welded clear into the corners here. No extra stiffening on these sides or in front, and the line comes out there off to the side. So that's pretty neat. And he's quite the observer to be able to see that in my jumpy videos that are back and forth and would make lesser men seasick. So good on him for being a heck of an observer and picking that out all the while I missed it. Something else I noticed, and I didn't really want to do a whole video about it, but I'm here now. The taillight mounts here on the catch plate and stuff on the bottom side. There's two little mounts there. See? And the 82 is basically the same. Same deal there. But the prototype has just these two little tabs here. And I kind of wanted to get a measurement off of like a US 90 tail light or 185S or early 110 or whatever that would have used the rubber things. That's kind of like a 250R or I guess a later one with just the two rubbers that hold the light. 300EX used it later on in the years. I think the 400EX used it. So they kind of were going with this rubber idea, and then they ended up bolting it for production. So that's a definite difference along with the whole shock thing. So I'm not even sure what this shock is out of. It might be some other model or something else. I'll have to get close, and I bet you the bottom mount is different too. We'll see here. Turn the light on. Oh no, it's hard to tell. I'll have to investigate that at a later time. But I do want to look at this shock a little closer and see if maybe there's some Showa markings on it. And something else too that I didn't specifically mention in the last video. When you went and bought production, the engine case was actually cast with that TB06E. And then a hand-stamped aluminum tag was riveted on with the serial number. So if I went to the dealer and bought that, and then I came home and in my driveway turned it into that, then why isn't there a TB06E down here on this standard, regular production run-of-the-mill engine case that clearly somebody and his dad modified in their driveway? So that's just a little food for thought. And the last video I had this running a little bit, and I know you guys like to hear stuff run. So we'll see if it'll kick off and make a little smoke in the basement. I wish everybody could smell that. That'll probably have the smoke detector going off here in a little bit. Oh yeah, got a little bit, that's the aroma. Got a little bit of haze in the air. Alrighty, well, as the story continues to develop, I kind of thought that previous video was going to shut the book on this, but now that this fella pointed out this shock mount thing, maybe I better get the fine-tooth comb out. Start crawling around the floor again. Maybe I might find something. Definitely want to look at that shock and see if there's any markings on it. If there's a Showa or a 961 or a part number or something that I can trace, I'll be adding that to a video of the other things I'll find, because I'm sure I will. Yeah, look at that smoke. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is the good stuff. And this thing got some old oil in it too. It stinks. Well, I say it stinks because I'm used to the new stuff, but you older guys will probably remember that from going to the track in years past. So we're going to call it a day, and the story is still being written. Just stick around and you'll hear the rest of it.